Hey, what's up there, everybody? You've tuned right back in here to Clark Radio, division of Clark TV, and fuck this intro. We're going right back into the intro with Franco BZ right here on Clark Radio. Yeah, and now you keep throwing all these things out there, and I know that you do a whole lot of background checks and do your own investigations and all that. But like,
it's all public information. It's all publicly documented information. Nothing I've said here is a big secret. It's all coming out now in the wash, so to say.
Well, I know that everything that you're saying right now is true, and it has been hidden. That's the big secret there. It has been hidden, but up until recently, until people started digging and actual people started showing other people that this stuff was true. Where can people find information that everybody's related and everything's being controlled from a higher power?
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing too, is the internet, which started out as a military technology, was used by the military for conversing wirelessly in secret, top secret. And if we all study the military industrial complex, once a technology becomes obsolete, then they release it to the public. And that's what happened to the internet. They found something better, so they released the internet as a profiling mechanism to get one in everybody's house so that, it could keep a track on you, so to speak. But basically, what's happening is the internet's turning against them because people are starting to awaken to this stuff, and they're starting to use the internet for more than just playing video games, looking at titties and whatnot. They're actually using it to do research and to talk with one another, blogging and linksing and chatting and you name it. So, all praises to the internet, and which I'm hearing they're having talks of trying to shut that down too and close down our freedom of speech.
Yeah, and that's going a lot, actually. Majority of that is happening in the States right now because of all those rallies, like the G20 summit in Pittsburgh. Martial law basically going on down there, taking away their First Amendment.
I just saw a video of a woman getting punched in the face. She was pushed off her bicycle and then punched in the face for no reason by three grown men, and they're dressed in these Darth Vader Gestapo uniforms. Like, I'm telling you, we're in the Twilight Zone, my friend. Like, this is George Orwell, or an Orwellian world we're living in. We got CCTV watching us everywhere. We got, a police state that's been denied. Oh, no, there's no police state, And here, the tighter and tighter goes the noose around all of these meetings. We're not allowed to have access to these meetings. They have full security. And Bilderberg, Trilateral Commission, Club of Rome, we got these secret meetings going on where they're passing legislation without voting. So we don't live in a democracy. We live in tyranny. These are tyrants.
Yeah. Now, going along with viral videos such as that one, on InfoWars today, they, under their police state area.
Nice. You checked it today too, eh?
Yeah, I basically check it every single day. What are your views on the video of the Minneapolis cop tasering the man in the neck?
The Minneapolis cop tasing the man. Nothing new. They released these taser technology, and the thing is, is it humane? Is it torture? There's a lot of questions that come to mind, but if you go back into the ancient world, say in the Middle Ages, maybe they didn't have a taser, but they had something else, and it's called a whip, and that would keep you in line too, so basically the modern day whip, to keep us in submission from going to speak out against tyranny and government corruption, is the taser, which has been linked to heart attacks, deaths, and all sorts of things. And they're not just tasing grown men. They're tasing old people. They're tasing young people. They're tasing girls. They're out of hand with the tasing thing. And no matter how you put it, that is assault. If I were to tase a police officer, I will get charged with assault. If a police officer is to tase me, I believe he should be charged with assault.
But at the same time, in this video, I actually had a time to sit down and actually watch it and listen to the testimonies of the lawyer and the person that was having this happen to. This person had their both hands on the hood, wasn't resisting arrest at all. Cop comes up. you know, just basically places the taser on the neck and, you know, shocks this guy all the way to the ground. And you can hear the guy screaming on the ground, even when he's already on the ground, and the cop keeps tasering him in the back. You know, what do you think about that?
I'm very glad that they got it on tape. That's awesome, and we're getting more and more of that with technology. We got cell phones, we got people with cameras all over the place, and they're catching this police brutality, which is happening on a massive scale. But what I have to say is they're desensitizing the police to dehumanize people. So basically to stifle dissent, which means any opposition to this New World Order plan, which is what I'm planning a resistance movement against. And, you know, it's not really about guerrilla warfare. You know, it can go to that. But, of course, every person wants to live in peace, you know. But it's more of a war on consciousness because, you know, none of these police and none of these guys, they can't arrest us all. There's not enough handcuffs. You know what I mean? They have us
well, that's why they have the riot cuffs. I mean, that's why they came out with the riot cuffs.
They have us in a mental sheep pen of fear because seriously, to arrest each person, you need at least 2, 3, 4 cops for, you know, and I'm not a big guy, you know, I'm what, a 145, I'm 5'6", you're still gonna need 3, 4 cops to take me down. So it's kind of like the sheep analogy where, you know, you can't herd sheep by hand, you have to have the fear, and that's symbolized with the fear of the sheepdog and its bark. So mostly it's more bark than bite, and if they hit a few people with the taser or they smash a few heads, then the rest are scared into submission. And this is where we have to let go of our fear and stand up for one another. And we see some of these people getting hurt. We need to have a crowd of, you know, 30, 40 people surround that person and tell these fucking cops where they can put it. And, you know, and by all means, I don't know. I don't want it to get to a violent point, but it's kind of who draws first blood. That's the way I see it, you know. I like to peace for peace, but, you know, it's a consciousness revolution, man. It starts in the mind. Until we awaken, we won't lose our fear.
Yeah. Now, Franco, I hate to cut you off right now, but we got to get to a break. You guys can catch part 2 of this video on my YouTube channel. Going to be, you know, Franco interview number 2. So thanks for listening to Clark TV. Thank you for listening to Clark Radio. Thanks to everybody who's subscribing right now. You know what? We're going to go for a little break right now, but we'll be right back right after this.
And I'm out.